Hey, what's good? This is Papa Jacques the Explorer, broadcasting live and direct once again from the belly of the beast. I made a video about a year ago and I was just watching it. I have a few channels, and this channel, Papa Jacques, is one of my channels. And I was just checking out this video I left a while ago called Beautiful Souls. My daughter was in it. Um, I don't care anymore what you or anyone else thinks about me, because I have come to a point in my life where it really doesn't matter what anyone thinks of me. And to you, it shouldn't matter what anyone thinks of you either. I find that thinking like that holds you back. If you or I or anyone is concerned about what other people think and what they're thinking, that's a drawback and that's a setback to time that could be used better and more wisely. When we are worried about what other people are thinking about us, that is a waste of valuable thought time. Thought time is the amount of time that anyone takes to think about something. Now, there's different things that a person can think about. Nowadays, a lot of people are getting into the law of attraction. I have been studying self development, and I've been studying self development since about 1991, 1992. My dad passed away in 1992. Before my dad passed away, I was introduced to Linda Goodman's Sun Signs by one of my homies at the time. He had this book called Linda Goodman's Sun Signs, and in it, there was a description. I remember we were talking on the phone. Back then, it was mainly landlines. Landlines were the main source of communication, and we're on the phone kicking it, and he was reading his description from Sun Signs, and he was so excited about it and all that stuff. And he was saying that he and I are opposites. And I asked him to read some of mine over the phone to see if it, you know, if there was any validity to this book he was reading. And he read like the first paragraph. And it made me curious. I wanted to read the rest of this description and find out what else this book had to say about myself and others, because it seemed to provide some sort of deeper insight into people's personalities. So I got my hands on the book, and it was like nothing I had ever read before. Linda Goodman's book, Sun Signs, Linda Goodman's Sun Signs, was a turning point in my life. Before then, I was always inquisitive and curious and considered myself to be intelligent in many ways. I always loved reading, exploring, experimenting in the world throughout my whole lifetime, actually. As far back as I can remember, my earliest memories were always of exploration and experimentation with the world around me. And that's natural because that's what babies and kids do. But I noticed the difference in my peers when we all started going to school. You know, some of my some of my friends were indoctrinated, and you can see the difference in their behavior. They were more conservative and afraid to get in trouble and afraid to step out of line. And I was offended by that. I think something in my soul just held on to the freedom and personal independence of youth. So even to this day, I'm still on the same path. But I think a lot of the things that people are into nowadays, since the internet connects so many people from so many places so quickly, I'm seeing a rise in interest of things that I explored before the internet was popular. Before the internet took over the world, I was interested in self development and I read extensively. I've been into it for years, for a very long time. And I understand that now, my journey has brought me to this point right now where my life is considerably different from all of the changes that I've gone through since I was younger. And that's one of the main themes that will always be present and prevalent in my experience is change and transformation. That's something that's guaranteed and nonstop with me. Like I look at my life right now. I think back to all of the different phases and changes that I've gone through, and I understand that all of those experiences and all of those extremes are very unique, and no one else can claim to have an experience or a viewpoint exactly like mine, because my path is one of a kind. That's why it doesn't matter to me what anyone thinks. It should never matter what anyone else thinks because no one else knows your experience. No one knows your highs and lows. No one knows your true happiness and your true sadness. Most people won't understand because a lot of people are trying to live this generic version of happiness that never really leads to true happiness. And so we're almost at 10 minutes. I just wanted to update this Papa Jock channel with some brand new insights of where I am right now. To get up to speed, I'm writing a book. It's called Unbox Yourself and Share Your Presence with the World. I have a website up and running, and this website is going to be the main creative hub of all of my creative works. So I'll leave a link to it in the description if you ever want to keep up with my work and see what else I'm about besides these intermittent videos. And yeah, that's it. Peace. Papa Jock signing out once again. The Explorer, your brother in arms, broadcasting live from the belly of the beast. Peace.